Oh.
Well, screw you too, madam. Do you know? That's right. Walk away, madam.
Walk into your boyfriend.
Walk into your boyfriend who's very awkwardly looking at me now. I'm eyeing you, boy. Yeah, go on, kiss. And awkwardly push each other aside. I know your game. I know your game. On that awkward note, hey everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses Black Eagle Route. In the last episode, we hung around our first time in Garrick Mark, got to know our students and little bits of the mechanics which we have available to us to build ourselves up and our students. In this episode though, it's done. It's fight time. It's now time for the mock battle, which is taking place on the 30th, which is actually tomorrow in real time. And oh great. Yeah. Every so often, a character's birthday will come up. Ferdinand, however, is going to get the shaft because there's actually a mechanic in the game which we can't have access to yet, so he doesn't get a chance to get his support boosts up. But what you can do is you can buy him flowers, and this goes for every other character in the game.
Much appreciated.
You spend money, and you build their affinity up a little bit. Not that big of a deal. Now, however, let's get to the main menu of this area. If you want to know a bit more of your party and a bit more of their setups, then you can go here and select your roster. You can also get a few bits of backstory of your characters. For example, here, born as a child of Jarrett in year ? My favorite. Then 1180. Hired as best at the Officers Academy. Also, keep in mind of your stats, your class, and also who your closest allies are. This will come in handy later on down the line. However, stats. What you expect, it's stats. You also have access to what your inventory is regarding weapons and whatnot, as well as other things. But again, no. A lot to take in, so let's go with that. Save option here in case you want to, and again, other things which you probably don't need now. And ignore the marketplace because again, things you most likely I'm not going to have a need for. But now, if you go on to mission, we have Rivalry of the Houses. Formerly a promising young mercenary, you are now the newest professor at the prestigious Officers Academy. Students and faculty alike look on with curiosity as you engage in a mock battle between the school's three houses. And an emblem's there on somewhere.
And they're on fire.
The emblem's on fire, not the students. That'd be very messy. Before every fight, you do have the option to save, so I really would recommend taking that, unless you're a radical.
Radical.
Ha. 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 Smash Bros joke.
It's finally time for the mock battle. This is my chance to measure your worth as an instructor. Do you think you can rise to the challenge?
I like how the border is red now as opposed to blue in the Blue Lions playthrough.
I mentioned that briefly last episode.
So confident. This will be interesting. Each of us has undergone strict training. We're prepared for anything that comes our way. That means there's no need to hold back. Show us what you're capable of.
Hey there. Did we miss our invite to this strategy meeting? No worries. We'll just join in now.
Simply tell me your weaknesses and you're welcome to stay. But is there enough time to cover them all?
So you can't win unless you know my weakness. Poor princess. You really should believe in yourself more.
I spare no effort when pursuing victory. As a master of schemes, I should think you would understand.
Schemes? Me? I have no idea what you're talking about. I plan to fight fair and square as ever.
Hearing the words fair and square from Claude can only be a bad omen.
Your Highnesses haven't known me for very long, but you already have me figured out, don't you?
No need to poke fun. I will fight with honor. That said, I will fight to win.
Yes, and the same is true of us. Right, Professor?
If that is how you feel, then I will not hold back.
Oh, how precious. Looks like you and the students have become fast friends.
While I am pleased that you are taking the initiative to acquaint yourself with the students, I'm afraid it's about time for the faculty strategy meeting.
Ah, how time flies. In that case, I'll see you later.
Edelgard, Professor, be careful out there.
And here we go for fight time. Now, starting off, another thing in which we learned, or at least I learned off screen. In our previous Blue Lion playthrough, I thought if you look at the map, then, you know, it's as is. We can't change anything about it. However, something I quickly noted is here, if you want to change things around, like character placements, you can do that.
Oh, wow.
This would have saved us a boatload of time, stress, and energy, because there are some times which I thought, oh, this character's been placed in a very bad place and I could do nothing about it.
Like a healer being put on their own with no defense.
Yep, luckily though, not the case. And now it is time to introduce another mechanic, adjacents. As you can see, we are only able to deploy 5 characters as opposed to the 9 which we have here, or 8 I should say, because I can't count. Basically, the 3 here, Bernie, Casper, and Dorothea, they are not part of the battle exactly, but however, if you assign them to different characters, they can lend support in various ways. This can range between adding extra hits, protecting you from damage, not all damage, but just some damage, or have an option to heal you. Of course, here we just have attack based. You can see them by their symbols. But now I want to change a few things around because I do not like this setup at all. Most of which, Ferdinand and Linhardt. Goodbye.
You really don't like them, do you?
Well, because, okay, for context reasons, if in case there's any Ferdinand fans out there, in our attempts in our Blue Lions playthrough to use him and see how he plays, he just sucked. He was bland, he was basic, and this was him on top of a horse. So, really isn't much I can say except, yeah, not the best personally. However, I will say, I am going to be, you know what, as much as I hate to say it, I'm putting Casper out and I'm putting Bernie in, because with Edelgard and myself, I've got enough frontline runners as is, and that's without Petra's involvement. Hubert I'll take for our magic coverage, but for me, I think I'm taking Casper as my adjacent. Hubert can have Dorothea and Edelgard. Yeah, sure. You could stick with Fernand, I guess, and Linhardt's just I don't know, gonna take a nap, I suppose. Yeah, if you want a brief view of the map, you can see who's who and where's where. So that's all good and all that.
Oh, I don't want to kill the Blue Lions students.
No, but I do too. If you want to change their inventories, you can do that via options menu, or change their abilities, combat arts, and other things. You can do that. This is pretty much your last chance to edit things on the fly, should you wish. But if you're all set like I am, it's fight time. Mock battle begin. You do have victory and failure states, so keep those in mind.
The mock battle is finally here. Will you lead us to victory?
I'm sure you already understand, but the house that defeats the other two is declared the winner. Incidentally, I'll be overseeing this mock battle, so listen well if you want to win.
Right, so essentially we have a lot more classes with our original fight. But if something that I've learned, I'm gonna be hiding in the bushes to start off with, because it's gonna come in handy. Very much so.
Oh no.
I'll put Bernie in front, but I'll have Edelgard go in first. This will come in handy because I'm hoping that Ash is gonna miss, and if he does miss, therefore with Bernie being right next to Edelgard, that means she gets a little bit more evasion and a bit more affinity to boot.
I will get the victory.
The same thing for Petra and I. And I'm gonna put Hubert, you know what, I'll have him be in the center just in case things go south.
None of your shallow tactics are required, Claude. Ignatz and I will dismantle the opposition.
Me? But I'm not ready. Are you making light of our new professor? If you drop your guard, you're gonna get hurt.
Ash, can you move to the front lines? I want to lure the enemy this way.
Got it, Your Highness. Leave it to me.
Once you finish preparing, make your move. Did you? Mercedes? Keep our enemy occupied until then. I'm on it.
Oh my. We'll try our best.
Oh, I don't want to face any of these guys. It just brings back memories. And if you could see just that, yes, I might have been hit, but I still survived, and as I said, Edelgard and Bernie still gained affinity that way. Now let's get to the reason why I enjoy having Petra on my team. She is a quick and vigilant striker, and will soon become a jack of all trades. And straight away, there are some styles and some weapons that are better against others. For example, Ash, or Ignatz, or Bernie. They are good against flying enemies, but again, we are way away from getting into them. Magic attacks, they can be good for a distance. So, for example, if I were to target Ash right now, you'll notice that we are going to take damage after our attack. However, seeing how I am away from Lorenz, I'm not going to take damage. It is good to keep in mind on long distance v long distance and all that good stuff. But if you're ready, I think I am a-okay to use this against Lorenz. Choosing to go with an Iron Axe against Edelgard.
I've lost? Oh, unthinkable.
And there goes our first enemy down,
As
Lorenz.
expected.
I did not think much of you anyway.
We must all do our part.
And seeing how Casper is part of my adjacents, he too gets experience and also gets a boon of a support rod from both me and Petra for being by my side. So it's not inherently useless to be an adjacent. Naturally, you don't get as much experience as what one would, and that's besides the point. And contrary to what I said beforehand, if you are a close range unit versus a long distance unit like Ash, they don't have a chance to counterattack. So that is good to use in a nutshell. And Ash, unfortunately, gotta take you out, buddy.
So strong. Have to do better next time.
And if they're close enough, everyone gets affinity based on that. Now Hubert is gonna take a bit of a hit regarding Ignatz, but that is okay. But hopefully Petra can be strong. Okay, she's not going to be strong enough. Actually, no, wait. We have a Wraith Strike. It can be perfectly okay.
have lost. The new professor is quite a commander.
Flame spirit.
And I will say straight away, do not be afraid to use combat strikes early on in this game. You're gonna need
have to take
it.
this seriously after all.
Now, you do have a contention here. You can either split off and go take one house for the other. Seeing how it's going to be essentially a 3-on-1 fight, I'm going to opt to going this way. It's also going to be risky because Claude and Hilda are both hiding away behind there. But however, you can get as close as you want to, unless Claude or Hilda has a red arrow above their heads. And seeing how we don't have a healer on our team right now, you'd think, oh, we're SOL. Well, not necessarily. The health bars are, of course, at the bottom of our character models. In case you are in a jam, you all come equipped with healing items. For a start, it's not much, but early on in the game, you ain't gonna use much.
Let's use the forest to set up an ambush. I'm counting on your support, everyone.
If they're waiting in the forest, we'd do well to take a detour.
Now, you could do that. But if you're close enough, like Hubert is, he can technically take an attack on Claude. However, as you can probably see, not in our best interest. So already, something that I'm learning is this fight, it's a lot different than what it was during our Blue Lion fight.
In what way?
As in, like, I think we're starting off with less characters for a start, and Claude and Hilda were not hiding behind that bench or that fence or gate or
Are you really
whatever.
gonna fight 2 houses at once? An impressive display of confidence.
This is a good opportunity for us. Let's forge ahead.
And of course, you are going to draw them out now, so best be on your guard. Seeing how you have done that, it's gonna be in your best interest. 'Cause, yeah, this is not gonna end well. Our enemy at hand is Dedu. He is a tank, and I mean that in every brutal way. This guy is really vicious when it comes to attacks. So much so that I am probably going to take a lot of our characters and scoots them around, because we are currently in a pincer maneuver. Let's not joke. So Dedu is going to go for us, and Mercy is going to aim for us with her bow. Not that big of a deal. I've just got to make sure that I don't completely screw ourselves over. However, one thing that I do know for a fact is that Dedu is very weak against magic. Whatever drawback they have a strength in other places. And I really hope Mercy does not go for us. I think we've just lost Hubert. Yep.
Rendered useless.
Well, that's not good. That is not good at all. We have just lost one of our heavy hitters. Oh boy. And even our Ray Strike's not going to do much. Oh. Now here's a question. Yeah, because everyone's going for Bernie. This is not good. My god, have I really screwed myself over in the first initial fight? I sure hope not. I'm just trying to think, what can I do here? Can I take... Okay, I can take out Dedu. Luckily, I can hit him hard without getting hurt, so... That is a risk I'm going to have to take. I am going to have to go all in with the Blue Lions. I've got to get myself some distance between us and the Golden Deers.
Apologies, Your Highness. You didn't give it your all.
One's gone. Mercy, thankfully, is not that much of a tank per se, so let me just try and get some distance. I'm really gonna risk losing Bernie, but seeing how this is a mock fight, as hard as it may sound, it might have to be something I've gotta do. Yeah, but get some distance between us. Bernie, you can take down. Shoot Mercy down. I really hate saying that. And hopefully, ooh, I'm just gonna be one short in taking Mercy down. That's not good. But I've given myself some distance, so hopefully the Eagles can lay off. And by looks of things, Mercy just used her one of her healing items, so that's not bad.
Why is everybody going after Bernie?
Yeah, I leave her alone. She's done absolutely nothing.
Is it because she's a shut-in and they all want to gather around her?
Baby. Right, now, what do we do? What's gonna do more damage? The Iron Axe gonna do a lot more damage apparently. Yeah, I'm gonna have to divvy up our forces. So,
It's dangerous.
you know what? If I can, I can't get too close. Yeah. Right. As much as I hate to, give Petra some distance and then take down Mercy if I can. And of course you get a critical hit on Mercy when I don't need it. Alright then, fair enough. For the first initial fight, this is goddamn tense. Oh, so that's straight away. The thing I can do is I can take a bit of Dimitri's health off with the curve shot from Bernie. But the only difficult part is when I'm here. No. I'm going to take a risk. I am going to take a risk, but I am going. Yeah, there we go.
But I refuse to yield. Do not fool yourself into believing I will hold back.
That's fine. I don't want you to.
Such power dwells within.
And how that's Casper also levels up.
Pretty good, don't you think?
My training was insufficient. I am so sorry, everyone.
I'm so sorry. People who are not me. Right, now this is my chance because I can get some distance between me and the Golden Eagles. My biggest worry is going to be Claude and Manuela. Especially since she is holding an item herself. But Claude's biggest weakness is that he is a long-range user.
Coming up with brilliant schemes I can handle, no problem. But I'm not much for fighting. Go easy on me.
My response exactly. And I got that's a critical hit on him, so much for going easy.
Another step forward. I hate losing. I guess I'll just have to settle for cheering the others on.
And seeing how that's worked out. Oh no, I forgot. She can actually do a lot of damage. I kind of forget that Hilda's a kind of a glass cannon in her own right. But look, though, not a lot of people are going to be going for a Fatal Guard. But Manuela is. How much HP is it? I think Edelgard can handle herself just fine. Bernie, I'm all. No, okay, no. Hilda's gonna go for me. I'm gonna have Petra. You know what, Bernie, seeing how you're here and hiding, take a HP potion. Yeah, I kind of forgot that she has a long-range weapon in her own right. But now we can pincer maneuver and we can just be fine as is. In this early on, it is very worth your time to do as many combat art as you can. Because I'll just say this, you're not going to be having these initial weapons for long, especially if you know what you're doing. Bernie, you start off with a wrong foot. Great. But yep, what can happen is that Petra and Bernie can take on Manuela.
Well done. I nearly wound up a patient in my own infirmary.
My heart is full of victory.
So, you've made it past Manuela, eh? I see now I must focus and then make my move.
And that draws up that, but us meanwhile, we can take on Hilda and have no problem whatsoever. Plus I have every intention on using a health item should I need it. And that's Edelgard's first level up. Hopefully it's a
long road yet.
It's a decent one. Now I take to the skies and I kill Hilda. Not kill, strong words.
Was that really necessary?
You're wielding an axe and you throw it at us. I think it's very necessary.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
And not only do we get a level up, we also master a skill in Commoner. These are classes, and every time you max out one, you get an ability which you can equip for yourself. Now, the closer we get to Hanneman, who's up there chilling, if you notice, he is glowing green. That's because of the tile he's on. Restores HP each turn, raises defense and res for non-flyers. Basically, it does little to go up to him and hurt him now while he's stationary, because otherwise he's going to be doing sweet nothings. However, I will take this opportunity to heal as many people as I can, just so we are a little bit more prepared. Phantom is not yet in range, and in case anyone's wondering, I am going to try and hold off from using Sophis' shield as often as I can, because I feel like it's cheating if I use it this early on. So I simply just got it for demonstration purposes. And the closer we get, the closer Hanneman gets to being dead. So can I have a range? Yeah, okay, Bernie is well within range. Another thing about magic users, they are in between close combat users and bow users. They can actually attack close range and long distance should they have the set amount of skills. And also be on your guard as well. Just because it's showing the attacks can go through, there's always an option to miss, as you can actually see that on the bottom of the icons there. Notice the ×2 next to Petra's name. That means, in this particular scenario, she is going to be able to attack twice. She has a 100% chance of hitting, and she has a ×4 of a critical. This changes regarding what combat art you do and what weapon you have equipped. But of course, we are just it's gonna go all hell swinging. In my honest experience, it is very worth your time to choose attacks more or less depending on your hit percentage and your multipliers, because the more chances you hit, the more chances you have on getting criticals. Now I want to see, you know what, Bernie, you've suffered much, plus Petra's on your side because she is engaging in combat, and you're next to Edelgard. let's give you the winning victory, shall we?
My goodness. The leadership of someone with actual battle experience is, well, I was as good as useless.
Got him!
Meanwhile, Bernie's happy. And anyone who is engaging in the same combat enemy as you are, if you kill them, you get affinity boost with them as well. And we also get a prize, Intermittent Seal. This will come in handy later, I swear.
All right, that's that. The winner of this mock battle is...
Everyone but
the
Hubert.
Black Eagle House.
Even though it was just a mock battle, we defeated both houses masterfully. Take pride in this victory, everyone.
Hubert took the bullet for Edelgard. I hope it doesn't become a theme. Also, at the end of every fight, there is a chance of someone being the MVP. This is different. If Byleth, us, the main character, gets the MVP, then everyone's motivation is spread thinly across everyone. However, if a different student is MVP, then just theirs gets gets a boost, but it gets boosted in full. So it just all depends on who needs it more.
Excellent work today, Professor. Though our victory should come as no surprise. Was it? I'm not sure I agree with that.
That was impressive, Professor. Impressive. We gained a victory because of your great leadership.
We certainly did. We all tried our best, of course, but we couldn't have won without you.
I was curious what it would look like if you did not hold back, and you did not disappoint.
I dare say we owe our victory to Lady Edelgard.
How so? For that battle, she was only a soldier following our professor's command. Sure, she was an incredibly powerful soldier.
Don't worry about it too much, Linhart. All that matters is that we won.
I'm all done with being on the battlefield, okay? I'd rather stay back than pursue victory out there.
You were all as ridiculous as always. We only managed to win because we worked together. Was it something I said? Is it so odd, me talking about togetherness? If so, that perception must change. In fact, I'm canceling the festivities so we can discuss this topic further. I'm kidding, of course. Come on, everyone. We've earned this celebration.
Your work with the students was remarkable. I can see Geralt trained you well. I do hope you were able to use the occasion to bond with the students. I'm so happy to hear it. Nothing would please me more than if you used this coming year to grow closer still.
Of course, the mock battle was mere practice. The real fight is the battle of the Eagle and Lion, which will take place during the Wyvern Moon. You are expected to properly train your students so as not to humiliate the Academy during the long-held tradition that is the coming battle.
As for today, I have called you here to tell you of your mission for the month ahead. Your class is to dispose of some bandits causing trouble nearby.
Those affiliated with Garrigmach Monastery have a moral obligation to help those in need, regardless of social standing. Students are no exception. Each month before the newly birthed moon departs, each house of students must complete their assigned mission. You shall work to complete the task at hand alongside your students and report back to the Archbishop before the deadline. Understood? I will soon provide you with the necessary details for your first mission. If I told you now, I expect you would only forget, and I despise repeating myself.
I can sense something special within your heart. I have high hopes for you.
Bandits, they say. Do you recall when we first met? You shall not fall so shamelessly again, correct? Have you no words for me? Do not tell me that you are shocked to hear from me. You ought to know that I am always with you now. To hear my voice should not come as a shock.
What is this nonsense? All I was told was to kill as many noble pipsqueaks as possible. No one said anything about the Knights of Dan Saros being on our trail.
You have proven yourself worthless, distracted by something so trivial. I had hoped you would achieve your goal despite the setback. But now a child of the Knight's former captain is in play. How interesting.
Hey, this isn't what I agreed to!
Hiring a mercenary as a professor. What was that woman thinking?
Are you listening to me? How do we finish this?
You die.
What?
Underestimating the Knights was an amateur mistake. One you will pay for. The road to eternal torment awaits you all. Now I must locate your replacements.